All right, we're going to introduce a brand new concept, and that is match photo. And that's going to be the emphasis of this very, very simple model that you're ultimately going to be working on. But before we get into actually making the model, let's get into the reality of when and why you would want to use match photo. So I'm going to give you a couple quick case studies. So here's case study one. For the show that I'm working on right now, I was recently asked to show what it would look like when we put our set piece, which is going to be a big gate, into this section of an existing location. And I do happen to have a map of that. I have a plan, and I was able to take someone else's 3D model that they kind of put together quickly and start to mock that up. But I don't have the time to go and actually build all of this. It's way crazy to build a huge SketchUp model of all of this stuff just to show what a gate would look like with some bushes around it. So this is an example of when match photo can come into play. Let me show you how that works, or just how it looks at least. So here's the gate. This is the look of what it is that's going to be built. But I want to be able to show this in the exact spot and to scale, and I want the perspective to match the photo. So what I did was I was able to match the photo, or match SketchUp to the photo. So you can bring the photo into SketchUp, you can match the perspective, and then you can build. So whatever I now build in this space, the perspective is going to match what's happening in the photo. And if I move it back, all of that perspective is going to match what's going on in the image. So this is incredibly helpful for putting together something quick like this. And as I work on this model, I'm able to pop back to this point and always get back to this exact scene. So that's one example. Here's another quick example. And I've done this, I use this feature all the time. Here's another, for a different show, we had to build like a rickety old looking shed that was going to cover up an existing air conditioning unit that we didn't want to see in the shot. So I'm able to, in this file, I'm able to put together all of my scenes, so I can still have my side elevation, my front elevation, I can have my plan and cut the section, but I can also have a different scene altogether that is the matched photo, so that if I hide this, I can see there's my transformer that we don't want to see, and here is my new piece of building, that wherever I move it within this photo, the perspective syncs up so that it looks like it's actually sitting on the ground in the photo. And when all is said and done, if I want to present this, I can either screenshot this, or I can take I can export a 2D graphic of a JPEG and then show them this is what it's going to look like and this is the scale. So that is basically match photo, and that's what we're going to be looking at and learning how to do in this video series. And at the end of it, you'll be able to bring in your own photos and match your perspective in SketchUp so that you can always pop back to the photo and ultimately just show what your new little element looks like.